now, and
This is that first man you should be
yeah.
watching online.
Hi, Nancy.
No way. I do not believe that.
It says it.
You can believe it.
It's true.
Right
Gonna
there.
check.
I got all the cheat sheets. Yeah, I thought that.
Lisa, what is up, honey? You should be up here doing this. We can do a couple of her songs. No, I can't pull that off. There's no way possible for me to pull off a Mandy's song.
Lots of folks, of course, asking questions, and a question we just got from someone who's watching is, when did you know that you wanted to get into music, and how did that all come about? How did you start in this?
You're assuming that I know now. Well, I'll tell you. So I was 19 and started college, and I had played string bass in orchestra. I was an orchestra person. If that's okay. Hi, I'm Laura, and I was an orchestra person. We were like one step above the band nerds. So that was like our
Orchestra geek.
I was a band nerd, so that's all.
I'm
You were
sorry.
higher up
No
than me.
offense to band geek. But I started college and met some people who were in a band, and they needed a bass player, and I'd never done anything like that before, and so joined this band called Siler's Bald. Was with them for about 5 years or so, and then toured with another guy named Andrew Peterson, who has done some stuff with KLOVE here. And when I was with Andy, he started saying, hey, so do you write songs ever? So, well, I have a couple. He said, you should go out and before you play bass with our band, you should go out and do some of your own songs. And I thought, well, why would I do that? That sounds very embarrassing. And he started just pushing me out there, and I did like one song the first night and ran off stage, and then the next night I did 2 songs, and people would clap. I think that there was more like sympathy claps because it was so like I wouldn't even look at them. I would just do so much things. But yeah, that's kind of how it started, and I learned this lesson that it's not necessarily we don't necessarily tell God all the time like how we want to be used. It's so much more about just being available to be used, how He would like for us to serve Him. And so I'm becoming more comfortable with being like the one in front with the mic, but still get a little self-conscious every now and then when you're all looking at me.
Well, the one thing that's cool, too, is you've had a lot of people like Andy who have poured into your life. In fact, the guitar you're holding has a special story behind it.
Yes, the guitar was given to me by Michael Card, who, he was really intoxicated one night and lost it in a poker game.
We're live, you know, right?
We're going to do that. This is Rock 101, right? Oh, this is KLOVE. I forgot. Family friendly. Scratch that. Scratch the thing about the drunk and the sugar. Why don't you ask me? What were we talking?
Michael Card gave you the guitar.
Oh, yeah. I remember. The real story is that he came to my college when I went to a small Bible college in Columbia, South Carolina called Columbia International University. Very large name, very small school. And we had Michael in to do a concert, and he had heard a couple songs that I'd written, and someone gave him a CD of mine. I just made this CD, and it spent literally every penny to my name, had sold all this stuff, and I had like a clunker guitar that I even sold that in order to make the CD, and because it never occurred to me that I would actually have to play any of the songs live. I thought, well, I don't need a guitar. So he heard the CD, and he said that he heard God say to him, well, you should just give her your guitar. And he was like, what? Are you crazy? Must be something I ate, So, or drank. He's gonna be so mad that I'm totally tarnishing his name. But he just eventually felt like that's what he was supposed to do. And so I had still not met him, but after he left, one of the professors at the college came up to me and said, hey, this is from Michael. And I was like, Michael Card left this for you. And I was like, hey, I don't know, I don't know him at all, and I don't want to get in trouble for stealing his guitar. But sure enough, he had just felt God telling him to give me the guitar. And since then, we've developed a relationship where I stalked him, and where he's just poured into me and given me a lot of counsel as far as how to not mess this whole opportunity up.
artist community. And in Atlanta, where
Yeah.
you're now, I mean, we're talking guys like Chris Tomlin, Aaron Shute, Matt Powell from Third Day, guys that you've had an opportunity to work with and gotten to know. And it's neat to see how that artist community has been something that you continue to see grow throughout the Atlanta area.
Absolutely. You know, it's great having so many worship leaders there because we all love playing each other's songs. It's just all about who has the resources to use where, and so yeah, it's neat all of us being there together. You know, if you come to Atlanta, and the saying is, if you throw a rock in Atlanta, you probably hit a worship leader.
Do you like live in the same compound?
No, but Chris he lives a mile from me, and I pass Aaron's condo on my way to Chris's house. Yeah, it's really kind of bizarre. We're all up in North Atlanta. Even though the Third Day guys, they're over in Powder Springs and Casting Crowns, they're in McDonough. But it really is, everyone's close enough that I think that we demanded that the Dove Awards come to us this year.
Oh, is that why?
I mean, when I say we, I mean Matt and Mark. I think this is, I was like, hey, y'all should come here. And they're like, who are you? Oh, Matt and Mark want it. Okay, well then, yes, we'll be there.
Has that been helpful to you, though, as an artist, seeing other artists in action and being able to interact and tour with them?
Oh, yeah. We've learned so much. We were on tour with Third Day, I guess, about a year ago, and just watching them have people come to them and put them up on such a pedestal. But those guys, they know how to keep the main thing the main thing. You know, sometimes as artists, we can get up here and have the spotlight and the microphone and everybody coming to listen to our music or whatever, and it can quickly begin to feel like it's about us. And so it's been good that God's put some people in my path, like Matt and Mark and Andy and Michael, just get it. And they know that this is all for him. And we need, as long as we can say that, then we're doing okay.
You have a song on the new CD Blessings. It's called Your Love, and it lists like the attributes of God. What's the inspiration behind that song?
This was actually a few different worship leaders when I got together and wrote this. We were just thinking about, you know, worship leaders. We just all sit around and think very spiritual things about how wonderful the Lord is. No, we really did sit and think, you know, how can we write a song that really just tells all the things that God is, and obviously that can't be contained in a 4-minute song, but this was kind of our attempt at that.